Alright then, guys and ladies, welcome back to Trespasser. Here we are once again in the next level, the shittiest level in my opinion. I've had a rest, it's the next day. I'm tired, but you know, hell, let's go. When am I
Looks
not
like
tired?
7.
When are we not tired, really? So this level is
6 left.
well, it's kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like this level. There's a lot of like boringness. There's some cool stuff near the end, but honestly, most of this level is kind of just like not great. After lab for me is when the game kind of starts to take a bit of a dip in quality, pretty severely. And this level is probably the best example of that. Anyway, I'm gonna start out actually by cheating here slightly. We're going to fly back. So here's supposedly where we came from in lab. However, that's not the case. This whole flat area back here, in early versions of the game, was also playable. It was a big kind of rift valley. There's nothing left of it. It's all been edited out by the developers. But this was all a big valley that you had to walk down. And there was like hardly anything to do. There were no enemies. There was like a jeep and a gun, and that was about it. And it was just a waste of time. So I guess the developers went, fuck it, we're just going to skip straight to this part. And so here we are. This doesn't really line up with the terrain as intended on the island, but
3 shots.
Whatever. We're not supposed to know that. Let's go. So here we have the only instance...
smelled of wet leaves, damp earth, rotting wood.
Here we have the only instance of the toxic rifle. As you can see, it says toxic on the side there. It's made by Britney Spears, I believe. No.
When I was little, I dreamed of a time when the entire world was covered by an ancient forest. Great hunters stalked in the cool darkness, among silent, huge columnar trees, oaks and sequoias.
And there's our friend Mr. Albertosaurus again. This level has a few of these guys in it. They tend to kill you a lot because this is one of the harder levels in the game, especially once we start getting into the later Velociraptor tribes. Let's see if we can kill him.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. So 5 shots from the shotgun to the head brings down the Albertosaurus. I actually have to like not, you know, throw my guns around like an absolute madman this time because, well, if I do that, I'll die because there are just so many dinosaurs in this level. This level likes to kick your ass. I remember the first time I played, I think I died in this level like way more times than any other level. There's another raptor down there. I'm gonna try to sneak past him because I need as much ammo as I can get, and I can't really remember where the guns are. Alright, I guess we can't do that. Whoop. Just gonna try to melee him. This gun is not the best for meleeing with. This gun is just not... I'm not a huge fan of this gun. Oh, there we go. There's a hit. And, I might be in trouble here. I do have a pistol, but I don't want to use it. There we go. Alright. Get out of here. I don't know if I explained this earlier, so I'm gonna explain it again. And if I did explain it earlier, please, you know, just... don't listen, I guess, but you can't reload your guns in this game. Every gun has a fixed maximum ammo value and a kind of set minimal ammo value, and there are a couple of mods where the developers of the mods will have scripted the guns to be reloadable, but it's like super complex, and it's way harder than it needs to be, but you know, that's the best we can really do with Trespasser. A lot of what modders like to do in this game is very... you have to be creative with the engine. Like, there's a lot of flexibility with what you can and can't do. But at the same time, in order to script, like, even some of the things that might be most basic in most games, you gotta put in, like a full day of just scripting, quitting the game, scripting, you know, testing it, and then the game crashes, and you go, oh, fuck, and then you gotta restart your computer. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, but you can do a lot with this game. I think...
15.
I think that's another misconception about Trespasser, that it's very
12.
limited in what it can do. It's actually not. You can do a lot with this game, and you just have to be creative with it. Some of the best modders, Rebel, I know. Rebel is a great scripter for this game. If you haven't played one of his levels, the Trescom Anthology or Ruins, he probably has others. Castaway, which I made the custom sky for. So, you know, go check that level out. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Rebel does a lot of, like, really weird and creative scripting. He actually made a drivable car a little while ago, and I was playing this, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is pretty incredible. I don't know if that appeared in a level yet. I'm pretty sure somebody used the boat. He made like a boat that you can kind of control. And somebody used that in one of their levels.
7.
Can't remember the user's name. I'm very sorry, user. I don't remember your name. But you're not a moderator, so like I just don't know who you are. There's so many plebs. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not like that. I love our community. The Trescom community in particular is probably the best online. It's the only one that I actively participate in, which says a lot because I hate the internet. So, but a bunch of really nice guys on there. And if you like Trespasser, and again you aren't on there, or you haven't really thought about expanding on your experience. Not that you'd want to, knowing how like fucking terrible this game is. Check out trescom.org. Log in there, say hi. Or don't, just, you know, just give it a check out. I'll probably have to post the link in the description or something like that. YouTube right now doesn't like when I post links because it wants me to do like two-step verification, and I just don't like two-step verification. So yeah, go ahead and hack my account, please, because I'm too lazy to do the extra step of verification and have to use my my god-awful 15-year-old phone. So here we are, approaching the... Here we are! I'm truly becoming Canadian. Here we are, bud, approaching the ocean, eh? You know, you see the shore down there, you know? Oh, God. That's, it's kind of like a Newfoundland accent. I'm not from Newfoundland. I'm from, the American part of Canada. And there I go, I just lost another good chunk of my audience. No. We're happy, eh? We're all friends here, eh? Buddy, guy, friend. Oh, look at this. Couple of raptors. I think they get away with taking out my friend, the derpy Stegosaurus. Quadrupedal animals in this game are kind of... like, they're all just kind of, like, weird. Again, they jiggle a lot. I mean, everything in this game is a little bit weird, but, like, quadrupeds specifically.
Empty.
It's something about the way they, like, move.
6 left.
Like, you know, look at him. Like, what's he doing? He looks like,
5.
he looks like he's kind of, like, pedaling a bicycle. Come on.
Ow.
Completely missed there.
1.
Point blank. There we go. Like, I don't know. Just, like, look at this. Look at this. His head is, like, detaching. His legs are, like polygonal. I don't really know. And now his AI has just locked up and he's staring off in the distance. If we go over here, we can like take a look, you know. What's he looking at? He's looking at that tree going, I'd love to eat that, but I'm too short. And my legs are too stumpy. I mean, here I am. I'm already struggling to come up with things to say, and I've only been playing the game for, what, like 10, 15 minutes? Forgot to set a timer again. But this level isn't super long, provided I don't die. So, I think you only have to suffer with my lack of innovation for speech here. I'd be a really bad stand-up comedian. I think I'd just be like, what's the deal with airline food? And then there'd be crickets, and then I just sit there and like look around awkwardly because I wouldn't know what to say. I think I just heard another velociraptor. I think he's over there, but I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Because I think that's the first of our Tribe C velociraptors, and I just don't like them. They have a lot of health. What a great idea. It is a good idea, Anne. It's a good idea if only the people who had made this like, dinosaur park would have thought to just build, like, you know, like Jurassic Park, right? They build all these electrified fences which are a lot reliant on electricity, which leads to a failure. But, you know, like, if they just put all of the dinosaurs in, like, a really, really big ditch... like, they dug, like, a giant, like, chasm for the dinosaurs to live in. You know, they probably would have been fine because, like, good luck getting out of there. You know, if a T-Rex is, what, you know, 20 feet tall, and the chasm is 40 feet tall. I'm pretty sure T-Rex with his like pathetic little arms isn't gonna be climbing out of there anytime soon. I know Jurassic Park is supposed to have like concrete moats, but like, you know, shut up. So look at this guy down here. Here's a tribe sea raptor. These guys have a lot of health. I'll see if I can kill him.
Empty.
I can't because I don't have any more ammo.
3 shots.
We're not using that gun because we're saving that one for later. So we're just gonna have to juke him. Give him the old razzle dazzle. Let's try over there, and you can see again. I don't know how obvious this is gonna be to people who aren't really well versed in like the engine, the particularities of the engine. But this Jeep, to me, I suspect that this terrain this Jeep is sitting on may have been adjusted. Whoop. And this video is going over time. Fuck. Yeah, see, this level is hard. They don't really give you much in the terms of weaponry, and oh great, I saved here. Oh man. Oh man. They don't really give you a whole lot in terms of weapons, and there's a fuck ton of enemies. And it's these fucking tribe C raptors, which despite being smaller by than the tribe B raptors, actually have more health. Let's see, we can grab this rifle here, take them out.
About 20. 15.
Whoa, and here we go. Here we have another guy going all acrobatic.
13. 12.
And that's part of what's great about the physics of this game. Sometimes, oh fuck, he lived, really? Sometimes dinosaurs just like launch into the air and they like start flipping and flopping. They I don't really know where I'm going with this, all this flipping and flopping. The theme of the game, for those of you taking notes, the theme of the game is jiggling and flopping. You will be tested on this at the end. I hope you're prepared. This is more stock music. I know I've heard this somewhere else. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was in almost unmodified format as well. Pretty much identical to what we're hearing right now. Albertosaurus. Don't know why I'm shooting at him.
3.
Should not be wasting my ammo. Ammo wasted successfully. Let's keep going. I can probably dodge him. I find the large carnivores are a bit easier to deke out than the small carnivores. The small ones can kind of get between objects. The big ones kind of just get stuck on them and trip and fall. We haven't seen any of that yet because I'm kind of just dodging them and exploiting their AI to avoid them. Dinosaurs, I know I mentioned way back at the beginning, and I think it was Jungle Road, I talked about how dinosaurs have emotions. They also have a bunch of values that sort of tell them like their AI, it like tells them how big they are and what they can do. Like it gives them their capabilities. Like, you know, it's like damage, but also mass, volume, health, obviously. There's one for width, height. There's how steep of a slope they can climb, which that slope might actually be too steep for them to climb up. So we're gonna just use that. And all of those values can be set inside of the dinosaur's script, and you can do some interesting stuff with that. I know I said there was an act jump, but that's disabled in the regular game. But I myself have not yet figured out how to actually make that work properly. I know there's a way to do it to sort of get the dinosaurs to jump, quote unquote. It kind of makes them like, as far as I've tested it kind of makes them start like skipping. So they're like la-di-da-di-da, right? Like skipping up and down the fucking level. But they don't jump attack like you would expect. The ATX mod, which was an old engine upgrade we used to use, actually had like a script built into the engine that allowed you to make the dinosaurs jump, which was really cool. I wish the creator of Custom Edition, Lee Arbico, I think his name was. I wish he had stuck around a bit, honestly, and added that jumping feature back in. Here we have the only cool part of this level, the Mayan stairs, which lead to the Mayan village, where we shall see the toxic rifle in use. This part, I love this part. This is kind of Indiana Jonesy, right? You know, there's traps, there's these heads falling down. It's most people don't know why these fall down, but it's these steps here, which have a different texture. A horribly stretched texture, might I say. The texture work in this game is not, in a lot of places, just not very good. You step on those little squares there, you trigger the booby traps. Because from what I understand, the developers of this game, the people who did the models, the people who did the models for this game. Oh, that was not what we wanted to do. Oh my god. I was saying that fuck, we're back here, really. The people who did the 3D models for this game for the third time's the charm, were not very experienced, and so there's a lot of weirdness going on with the models. I mean, which is kind of standard for the time. Like I know a lot of games from the late 90s and early 2000s. Because the way people did 3D modeling was still, it was kind of new, and I guess a lot of developers just weren't experienced with it coming from consoles like Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. I guess PS1 had been out for a while at this point, but I guess they just weren't as experienced, and so you see a lot of like shoddy texturing, like this tree here, right? You can see there's a big seam there. But again, you can, as some of these modern mods that fans have made, they got some really beautiful looking models in them. And if we do play some of those, we'll have to check those out. So we'll climb up here. I'm slowly dying of allergies now as well. I can't do anything without, like, having something horrible happen to me. I got my window open in my apartment here because it's really, really hot because my computer runs at like 5 trillion degrees. 5 trillion degrees Celsius, that is, not Fahrenheit. Which is basically 5 trillion degrees Fahrenheit. But you don't really care. I acknowledge that. I wanted to turn my fan on, but I figured it would corrupt my already, like, amazingly bad recording quality. I've actually moved my microphone, like, a couple of inches away from me, and I'm fearing that you're just gonna hear, like, the echo of my mostly empty apartment room. But... again, this is an experiment. We're along for the ride. I hope in future installments, future series that I might do, I will attempt to fix that, and probably fail. It's funny because I'm in a band. I do music, not very well. I'm not gonna lie. I play like punk music, pop punk. Let's not get that confused with the real stuff. But. I think I know, like, have some idea how to make, like, recording quality good. Well, I just don't. Like, I'm stupid. My username's TheIdiot. What do you expect? I like to be honest with my usernames, and then that's basically my only one, unless I have to do something official, in which case I'm like, I probably shouldn't be signing up for this government, issued website with the username TheIdiot, because they're really like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, get the hell out of here. It's a good way to get kicked out. So here we are, the Mayan village. Another cool part of the game I like, actually. This level, I would say about 2/3 of this level is just like a big pile of shit. And then this part of the level, though, I like this. This is really cool. Very, very Indiana Jonesy. And I myself am wanting to study history and archaeology in university, so this is interesting to me.
Followed a scheme I only vaguely understood, marking seasons, the lunar year, and the movement of the stars.
3 left.
I don't have a gun. I don't want to use this toxic rifle. We've almost made it. We can almost fire the gun, finally. Gonna try this, gonna grab this spas down here, see if we can deal with any of these velociraptors. Interestingly, going back to what, the original point of this was, to talk about some of the early stuff.
6.
The developers had actually planned to have a whole bunch of, like, booby traps in this village. A couple of them remained. I don't really want to trigger them because I feel like I'll die if I do.
1. That's it.
Great, failed that. There were supposed to be, like, spike pits that you could fall in, like, that were camouflaged and would fall over and kill you. There you see that wall fell down when I went past it. And there were going to be spike pits. I think they wanted to have like an Indiana Jones thing again, where there would be like a tile you step on, like a little dart would fly out of the wall and kill you. But all that was left is that ceiling tile right there. I think if you walk under it, it falls down. Let's find out. Fuck it. Okay, maybe not. But they can move, and I know some of them are scripted to fall down. I think even one of the temples back there has one that's like fallen. Oh, there we go. You see that? See, the Velociraptor walked under it and it almost fell on his head there. I would have killed him. All right, and here we go. The The piece de resistance. I cannot speak French. I'm very bad at it. Je ne sais pas. Is it je ne parle pas français, which means I can't speak French. That's all you need to know. I'm sure any French-speaking viewers will know you're fucking stupid. Stop butchering our language, you filthy I'm sure there's a word for that. Filthy ignorant Canadian you. All right, let's oh shit. Are you kidding me? Come on, T-Rex, kill the raptor. Give me a hand here, buddy. It's not like I'm gonna kill you immediately after. Oh, I fucked up again. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's try this again. Take 2. I kind of got stuck on the train here last time. Let's see if we can avoid that. We'll zigzag up here. Use this kind of triangulation of the ground to my advantage. We'll dodge Mr. T-Rex here. This is the I can't remember what his name. I think it's like T-Rex A or something. Everyone calls him the Alpha T-Rex, but I'm not sure if that's completely correct. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get away with. Well, maybe we will. Maybe we will. I'm trying to get away with. There's 2 ways to kill this guy. One of which involves this big head up here, this big giant head where he's kind of going like, "Argh!" Right? Let's see if we can take out the T-Rex. So you see, there's a trap here on the floor. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for the T-Rex to show up, and then we're gonna step onto the trap, step out of the way, and... and it didn't work. The head's supposed to roll down the stairs, but because of the way its physics are designed, which you can see it has little ears, the ears sometimes get caught in the ground. It's supposed to be circular, because, you know, like I said, everything has to be a square, so they did kind of make it a circle, but they gave it ears, and the ears will sometimes stop it from falling down.
3
so
shots.
We're just going to shoot this fucker with our toxin rifle. It takes all 3 shots to bring him down.
2.
Oh, I forgot about the blood fountain. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
1.
Look at that. Yeah, fuck
That's
you.
it.
And down he goes. Absolute brutality on Mr. T-Rex there. I love the amount of blood that flies out of him. I seem to remember as a kid making a gun, which was like fully automatic, and it did as much damage as that rifle, and it just had like infinite ammo, and you just like walk up to the T-Rex and shoot him, and it would just be like literally like he would just turn into like literally like a pincushion of blood, and it was just like flying everywhere. And I was like, yeah, you know, like that's so metal. And it's still hilarious to me to this day. So anyway, let's head up here. We'll finish up the level. We'll finish up the video. We'll finish up. No, we won't do that. The game's not that exciting. I did post a warning actually when I shared this video with the Trescom website. I did post a warning that there would be lots of lowbrow humor. Yes, please enjoy the childish jokes here. They're not going to stop because I am a child at heart myself. I'm sitting here wearing my what am I wearing? I'm wearing pajamas with Bigfoot on them, Sasquatch. And a AC/DC t-shirt. I don't believe in Bigfoot or Sasquatch or anything. A disclaimer: Bigfoot's a big pile of bullshit, and if you believe in him, like, what the fuck is the matter with you? I'm sorry, but like, come on, like, you think they would have spotted it like a wandering Australopithecus by now? Anyway, this is the end of the level. This starts up level 2 Ascent 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sure you didn't. But nonetheless, I'll hopefully see you guys in the second last level, the penultimate level, to be pretentious about it. I'll see you guys in the next level, Ascent 2. Thank you if you have made it this far. You've almost made it to the end. Count yourself one of the lucky ones. You made it.